My name is Kiara, and I'm going to be talking to you all about entrepreneurship. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about it. This is something that I truly love. It's something that is just, I feel like it's my passion. I'm not sure in what direction right now. However, right now I'm just going like wherever God leads me until I find that big purpose. But I know it's coming. So I'm gonna stay tuned with me. So we're gonna get started. So really quick, I wanted to break the ice. I always break the ice with a quick little icebreaker. So I want to know your name, your age, and what you want to know. And then you can either pick one of the two. It's called 30 seconds of rambling. I call that when it's like co-ed, when it's males and females in a group. I wasn't sure. So what it's really called is 30 seconds of sass. Okay. And it's something that I found that I made up and I love it. Or I can give you a this or that question. So it's up to you, Melody. I think you're the only one here. So, and then Jamie, feel free, and everyone just feel free to participate. So your name, age, what you want to know, and then pick one of the two. So I'll go first. My name is Kiara. I'm 27. And what I want to know is what you want to know. And I'm gonna do this or that. Um, Actually, no, I'm gonna do 30 seconds of rambling because I'm always rambling. Um, let's see. Chicago opened up yesterday. I was really scared because I did not know what to expect from Chicago. It wasn't bad. I stayed in the house, so I did a good thing. Um, and after this, I am studying. I'm taking a nap, and I'm gonna study all night. So that's my little 30 seconds of sass. So someone can go next. Feel free.
Hi, I'm Melody. I'm 15 and I want to learn more about like marketing because I have a business and I'm not really good on the marketing side. So I want to learn more about that and a this or that question.
Okay. I'm gonna give you salt with your grits or sugar with your grits.
Sugar with my grades. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't realize I was on mute. I'll go.
Okay.
Um, I'm Jamie. I'm 19. I want to know how to better get better funds when starting a business. Like what what can you apply for, especially with like businesses that are not nonprofits, like I don't know, commercial businesses. 30 seconds of rambling. Me and my friends are trying to start our clothing line right now. We've been printing some of our designs, but still, we don't have enough bread to be exactly where we want to be. But yeah, that's it. I think that was 30 seconds.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So entrepreneurs in the building. I like that.
I'll go. I'm Erin. I'm 25. And what I want to know is anything you can give me because I started this nonprofit almost a year ago. Exciting. Um,
Mhm.
and I just have realized it's way more than you think it is on the surface because you always think it's a lot of work. But once you actually dig into it, you end up researching and you become an expert in so many different things you didn't know you were going to have to become an expert in.
Mhm.
So I'll take all the knowledge.
I like that. Thank you all for participating. I love to do something to break the ice really quick, just to get the little juices flowing. It's early. I always start off with this warning: I am not a preacher. And I say that to say that I have a hard time just talking to people. And so I like to have, conversations, right? I don't want to feel like I'm always preaching to someone. So feel free to stop me in the middle of something, ask a question. If you're not understanding something, just feel free to stop me, shout out something. I love to have a good dialect, right? Warning, I made this PowerPoint at 4 o'clock in the morning. So if there's any errors, please forgive me. I made it Monday, so at least I'm not last minute. Okay, that's that. Introduction, who am I? Like I said a few minutes ago, my name is Kiara, I'm 27. I am a November Sagittarius. That has to be stated because there are December Sagittarius, and December is not like November. I have to admit that November are the best. So November Sagittarius, Chicago, born and raised. And I feel like it's really important to mention like the schools that you went to, just because you never know who you might know, right? So for elementary school, I attended Mahalia Jackson, Deneen. I graduated from Burke from 8th grade. And then for high school, I went to Phillips. And for college, I went to Grand Valley State University, which is in Michigan. I received a bachelor's in youth development and outreach. While I was in college, I joined a few organizations. I joined a lot, and I started my own modeling organization there that is still successful till this day. But my pride and joy is AK Psi, which is that little picture in the corner with the Greek letters, which is a co-ed business fraternity where we learn male and female, where we learn about being professional, right? So what it looks like to be professional, how to ace an interview, how to dress for an interview, all of that good stuff. Um, I am, I consider myself being retired right now, but I do consider myself as a professional model. I was modeling since 7th grade, 2007. And so that's been my like calling before modeling. And so I have had the opportunity to be on commercials, TV shows, movies, um, America's Next Top Model. I turned it down because I wanted to get my degree and started modeling, um, and a few other billboards and all of that stuff. So I did it all. Um, I'm a proud business owner of a lot of businesses. We will talk about it. And I also have a 9 to 5. So I am very, very busy. So just to go a few pictures, that this first picture to your top left is me and my job. I work at the Gary Comer Youth Center. I'm a female mentor coordinator over there. So anytime we having like any programming or any mentoring that's around young ladies in SEL, which is social emotional learning, that's what I do. That bottom picture, or the middle picture, is me with my AK side with my letters on. That bottom picture is me and my grandfather. He is like my purpose and my reason for doing everything that I do. Other pictures, me graduating. Those bottom two pictures is I did a commercial for BMW, and that was kind of like the behind the scenes. The next picture is a picture of me when I won this modeling competition in Chicago. Out of like 400 people, I was the winner. Um, Above that is a picture of me trying out for it, and that was that. Picture above is just a random picture of me. No, I did my first live and dropped my first ebook in that picture. A little bit about me. All right, so my first business. When I made this, I figured I'm going to start everything off with a lyric from a song that keeps me motivated. And so my first one is "I'm Not a Businessman, I'm a Businessman" by Jay-Z. I don't know. Type that in your phone. Talk to Siri. But my first one is my nonprofit, which is called the Charles J. Hudson Foundation. It is a nonprofit that I started back in 2019. And it's honestly in honor of my grandfather. Um, he was my best friend. My grandfather used to always call me his heartbeat. My grandfather was born in 1929, and he had to drop out of school in 5th grade. So very, very young, he had to drop out of school to take care of his family. And so, of course, he didn't finish elementary school. He didn't make it to high school. They didn't do college. But he was so wise that you would have thought that this man had a PhD. Okay. And so he was like my motivation for starting this, because I was like, man, it's so many kids in this world that are faced with so many challenges. And they have to still continue life like, nothing happens. And so because of that, it made me realize that there's so many young women in this world that might be in his situation. And so what can I do to provide for them? What can I do to help them? And so those two are like the flyers, picture of my grandfather. That is the first student that I awarded $1,000 to for her to go to college. So every year I raise money. I go to a high school and I have them submit some essays about like what's the purpose of life, why do you want to go to college, what do you want to get out of it, what can you bring back to the community, and then I go through those. I look at the GPAs, I look at grades, and I go to the graduation and I surprise them with $1,000, and they love it. So I'm happy to continue to do that. I also have prom dresses. They've been donated, like a lot of them. And so my goal this year is to start giving away free prom dresses for those that cannot afford it. And so also right now I have someone that makes some cute sweatshirts, cute little t-shirts, and it's called Swift. He is based out of Minnesota. However, whenever you purchase this sweatshirt, the money goes towards my nonprofit, and it says "Shoot for the stars and not each other." And so that is my first business, which is a nonprofit. It's going pretty good. All right, my second one, "Ain't Nothing to a Boss" by the Carters. I played that song last night because I needed it. But this one is called Glamour Allure Boutique. And it is a boutique. I believe that we have everything that you need, from the lashes to the glasses to the, I don't know, to the clothes, hats, lip scrubs, shoes, purses. Like we have everything that you need in this boutique. The shea butter is amazing, lip scrubs, body scrubs. Um, it's amazing, right? And it's called Glamour Lure. I started this during the pandemic. And shout out to the pandemic. A lot of people lost their lives, but a lot of people made some big changes. And I needed that pause and that break. I needed to be quarantined to elevate, right? To feel God and to listen to Him. And it just started a lot for me. So this is my baby. This is my business card. I made it look like a credit card because with me, you're gonna swipe some money. And so I just love Glamour Lure. Glamour Lure is something that I love, and I love going to pop-up shops. It just makes me feel like I'm enhancing women, and it's a good thing. That one. All right, y'all. My next one. This is one of my favorite songs. It was time to marry the game, and I said, "Yeah, I do." Y'all got to know that one. You have to know that one. I played that a few minutes before I even cut this live on. So this one is my Mother and I Vendings. It is a vending machine slash ATM company that I started. And so it's called Mother and I because um, I wanted to do something for my mother, right? My mom comes from a background where, of course, we're not rich, right? But we're not poor either. But I wanted to give her some sort of investments, some sort of source of income where she can feel like she is protected. She has nothing to worry about. Um, so she can be happy. She can be healthy. She can be wealthy, right? And so honestly, I just started this in January, and I already have like 3 vending machines, getting more. Like it's a big thing. And they all are at good locations, and I love it. I love seeing people purchase snacks. I love seeing them. You got this? I need that. And I was like, all right. So it's a good feeling. So you seeing some money, and y'all, it's some good money with them vending machines, like really good. I'm gonna teach y'all one of my old tricks later on. But that's my vending machines. I also dropped the ebook, which is on Amazon, and it's on my website. It's How to Start Your Vending Machine Business in 10 Easy Steps. So a lot of people, when I posted my vending machines, a lot of people, so many people were saying that they want to get into it. They always had the dream about starting a vending machine, but they never knew where to start. And so in this book, it's 10 steps, where to get started, how to keep it going. Um, and it's been very, very successful. I've had like a lot of purchases with this book, and it's really helping people. So if you're interested, know someone that want to start something, start a business, ATM, vending machine, feel free to reach out to me. Okay. All right. So my first activity, and I believe some of y'all already talked about it, but the first one is What's one business you want to start right now or in the near future? And I know Jamie said her and her friends want to do t-shirts. Melody, she said she wants to work on marketing, but she didn't say what kind of business. So if y'all want to.
It looked like Melody said catering.
Catering? Okay, cool. That's what's up. I like that. I like to eat, girl. Okay. That's
I
good.
can't do no catering business. I like to eat. I eat my own profit.
Okay. Yes, that's a good one.
You want to go next?
Oh, what do you mean?
Talk about your business.
What about it?
Like, what's the business you want to start?
Like just clothes in general, whole clothing line. But of course, we're trying to break it up in sections of what to release first.
Mm.
And yeah, we already got our designs and stuff. Our stuff is just like funding because we even got our logos. Like we just and I started working on our website, but we just need,
That's good.
money.
I know, right? We all need that money. I like that. So in high school, I started out drawing. That was my first little business. And I didn't even know it was gonna be a business, but in high school, I was drawing like clothes. And then I had like a few shirts printed. I started off with the t-shirts, and I really wanted to do shoes at first. And then I was like, man, I cannot draw I can't make no shoes. Like, I don't know who to get in contact with to make shoes. So I started off with the t-shirts, and so it was pretty good. It lasted for like a month or so. Then that was it for me. All right. So how to start your business, the basic steps to get started, right? And so these are just some things that I always tell people whenever they want to get started, that LLCs and getting everything copyrighted and all of that, it takes time and it takes money to get all of that done. But there are things that you can do before that, right, to get started, to make sure that you go down that right path. So that when you do have the income, you can start your LLCs and doing all the paperwork and documentations, right? So the first step is, if you always want to start a business, always write it down. Um, and as long as you write it down, it sticks with you, right? You have no choice but to see it if you write it. I'm a firm believer in carrying a journal with me. And in that journal is just so many businesses, so many ideas, so many things I want to start. And I carry it with me. It's always in my purse, or it's in my book bag, it's in my room, because the more that you see it, the more that you start to think about it, the more that you think about it, the more that you want to do it, right? And so I always make sure that I'm writing something down, even if it's in my phone and it's in my notes and it's something important and something that I want to start. I make it my screensaver on my phone. That way, when I open up my phone, I have no choice but to see it. And the more that I see it, I want to start it, right? So always write it down. If you don't have a journal, use your phone. If you can't use your phone, use a sticky note, put it on your mirror, put it on your wall, put it somewhere where it's visible to you. And I promise you, the more that you see it, the more you're going to want to do it. Share it, pub it, brand it. Um, I think it's just as simple as that. Like, share it on social media, hub it, promote it as much as you can, and brand it. Branding is everything. Branding is key. I'll talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later. And it doesn't matter if someone else is doing it, do it. To be honest, everyone is doing the exact same thing. It's all about branding. You don't need money. Worry about that money situation later. And hustle, finesse, if need be smart. One thing about me is, when I started my vending machines, I was like, how people kept asking me, like, how you finna buy all these snacks? You gotta buy all these chips and drinks and candy. And I was like, that's fine, but I can do it. And so I had an EBT card because of my job, my previous job. And so what I would do is I would take that EBT card, buy all the snacks out the stores, wholesale them from like the candy stores and the Sam's Club. And I will put that money, that product, into my machines. And so I was making money off of an EBT card. And I'm not sure you can do that, but I did it. And like it was easy. It was money to be made. That was my way of finessing to hustle, right? I was figuring out, okay, I can't afford this, but in order to meet what I can do is my EBT card, right? And now I'm able to afford snacks without using the EBT card, right? It's all about how you're hustling, how you're thinking smart and finessing it, right? With my stimulus check, I brought machines. The machines were the same price as the stimulus. Actually, one of my machines was even cheaper than the stimulus, so I still have money left over to play around with. So it's like you have to be smart with the money that you do have, right? You don't have to always be out here looking for money. We can always finesse, be smart about it, and hustle, right? So that's something that I did and it worked. It was me hustling, finessing, but now I'm able to afford it without having to do that, right? It's all about how you're getting started. I always call it your get it out the mud session. That's what that is. And so you have to find out what can you do to get it out the mud, basically. Um, this picture in the corner is a picture that I always have. It's always near me. It's another picture of like Amazon, Bill Gates, Disney, Microsoft, and they're all in a picture of their garages. And so, for those that don't know, Amazon, Disney, Google, or Apple, HP, Microsoft, they all started somewhere small. Some of them started in their garage, matter of fact. And you can actually look it up and you can find a picture of them in their garage. Seriously. And so I always think of that. Amazon is rich, okay? I don't know if he's a millionaire, billionaire, I don't know, but he got more money than me, okay? Moral of the story. And this man started in his garage, okay? So that right there should tell you that people really had to get it out the mud and had to hustle and finesse to get there, okay? So everyone starts off somewhere small. Doesn't matter how small, everyone starts off somewhere small, and that's okay. It's all about what you do to change your situation. Okay. So remember that. Back to the branding, because I know we talked about that a little bit with the marketing, branding, and all of that. That is very, very important. It is a key. Branding is everything. And I tell people all the time, you go into Walmart and you go to the bread aisle, you got options, right? You go to the restaurant, you go to the fast food restaurants, you got options, right? There's not just McDonald's. Okay. When you go to the Walmart, you get bread, there's not just Wonder Bread, right? You have options. You got Wonder Bread, you got Sarah, like you got like options. Okay. When you go out to eat to fast food restaurants, it's not just one McDonald's in the world. You got McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, what Steak and Shake, and they all sell the same thing. It's all about branding and marketing, right? Right now, McDonald's have BTS doing a commercial, and BTS is not even from America, but yet the kids, the teens love them and they know how to get your attention. It's all about branding and marketing, right? And so you have to think outside of the box. Sometimes people get discouraged because it's like, oh, somebody else selling t-shirts, so they're not gonna buy my t-shirts. Like, no, it's all about how you brand and market yourself, right? I was in Houston and I was in a boutique, and the goal was to purchase something out of the boutique, but I didn't because when I walked up, I saw this. This looked real. And I was like, she had the blue line and everything. And this is her business card. And when I saw this, I was like, even the back, look at the back. At first, I picked it up and I was like, $100. Somebody left their money. And I picked it up and I looked at it and I saw that this was stapled to the back of it. It's a wig bar. And I was like, sis, I had to find her on Instagram and I let her know, like, sis, your marketing is phenomenal. You just caught me. I was like, I ain't even buy nothing out the store because this play money right here got me set. Like, I was like, this is all I need. And so it's all about how you brand and how do you market. yourself and your business. And so I hold on to this all the time because this is like motivation. I thought my little credit card, business card was something, but this is a lot right here. And so I'm telling you, you have to be creative and think outside the box. I never seen something like that in Chicago. And so I'm like, man, they was tripping over the business cards, the little credit card business cards that I made. People were loving it. And so many people asked me to make them one. But that right there, fire. Okay. And so it's all about branding, marketing, doing something different. What else can you bring to the table? And just finding new ways to promote yourself, right? So if you have to go on social media, create your own business page, create your personal page, make it separate, and pub it. So social media, TikTok it, right? People on TikTok now, I can't get with it. My mind is just not it ain't like that no more. I can't make stuff like that no more. PowerPoints, yes, I could test some PowerPoints up. TikTok, I can't do it, y'all. So y'all have an advantage right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I don't care what they say. I didn't watch YouTube. I didn't have little kids trying to teach me. It just not working.
I told
So,
Jamie to do it. I was like, I don't know what that is. Figure that out.
but like, yes, like that's where kids are right now. Kids are on TikTok. Not only say kids, teens are on TikTok. TikTok is taking over the world. TikTok, those reels on Instagram. Like what? There's so many ways that you can market and brand yourself. And it's all off of social media. You keep posting it, keep sharing it, using hashtags, using different hashtags, not using the same hashtags under every photos, but using something different. And it starts. That's where it starts right there. And whenever you're pubbing or you're sharing your content, always click those hashtags that you're posting. If you post a picture and you put hashtags under there, click the hashtags and go like other people's pages, right? Like their post. And when you do that, you go post something. When you post something, they're like, oh, such is like my picture. Who is this? And now they go to your page and start liking your content, right? And start sharing it. And so that's how you have to start branding yourself and start marketing yourself. When I go outside, if I'm going to a pop-up shop, I made t-shirts that has ask me about my business. And on the back of my shirt, I have a list of all of my businesses. And I wear that on the weekends. Somebody's going to see my shirt and ask, well, tell me about your business. What kind of business you have, right? I have 3 t-shirts in 3 different colors that I wear Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. You're going to ask about my business if you see it. I have a mask and it has my business name across my mask. You're going to, the more that you see it, what's Glamour Lure? What's Charles A. Hudson Foundation, right? The more people see it, the more they start to ask about it. All right. Understanding the rules, right? There's a lot of things that people won't tell you about business and getting started. Um, and so I had to find out the hard way. I won't even say the hard way. I had to find out on my own, right? And so of course I was shocked and it took me a long time to realize this. But when I got there, I was like, all right, why ain't nobody tell me this? Like, what would y'all at? Y'all was rooting for me, but you didn't tell me the downfalls. And so I always make it key to share because you need to know, right? If you know, then you can prepare for it, right? But if you don't know, then how can you prepare, right? And so a few things I will tell you. It is lonely at the top. And I say that to say that people that do not have businesses will not understand you. They will not. Simple as that. People can be, oh, come outside, let's do this, let's spend our money on this, let's go here. But when you have a business, you're not available all the time, right? Because you have a business and because you have something else that you're working towards, you can't. I tell people all the time, I can't go out. I can't go eat. I'm not going on that trip. When you have businesses, you can't. It's hard because you have so much focus and energy into being successful. And so sometimes it's really lonely at the top. And if you have friends that have businesses, they will understand. The ones that don't, they won't understand. Okay. So really, really know that. And in the beginning, you will receive little to no support. And that's just how it is, right? In the beginning, people like it, people might share your content, but sometimes it takes a long time to get the people to get the people to purchase or to get people to buy it, right? Or to be a part of whatever you have. So sometimes it do take a minute. Sometimes there's little to no support. I went a whole 2 months with no support, nobody purchasing anything, nobody sharing my content. And I kept going. I was like, somebody gonna buy this. Like, I was at the point where I was DMing people like, hey, sis, check this out. You might need this. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. And just because there's little to no support, that doesn't mean that it's not for you. It means that you have to meet the right people and you have to connect and you have to pub and you have to share a little bit more. Okay. You will want to quit. There has been plenty of times where I'm just like, I don't want to do this no more. I want to turn up. I want to hang out. I want to have a hot girl summer. Like, I don't want to do this business stuff no more. But I had to realize the bigger picture at the end of the day. And that bigger picture is to provide for my family and to make sure that my future family is covered. Right. And so when you remember that goal, then you realize, like, okay, I can't quit. I got people waiting on me. I got people rooting on me. So understand that. It's not pretty. It's not easy. It's hard. I tell people sometimes I don't get no sleep. I've been going to bed at 4 in the morning. It's hard to get sleep. There are times where you're up late at night or early in the morning working. And that's just how it goes with the business. Like it is what it is. You have to be, if you're motivated and you know what you want, then you have to make those sacrifices sometimes. Stay focused. It's hard to get off track, especially with Chicago opening up. It's hard to get off track. I know y'all be going to, I don't even know if y'all still call them that, but when I was like in the education in the high schools, they used to call it trends. I don't know if y'all go to like the trends, or if y'all hang out and all that stuff, but it's hard to lose focus and lose sight of what you want. So always stay focused. Even if you have to put it on your mirror, put it on your phone, put it in your journal, do something. Make sure that you see it so that you can stay focused. Um, Random people will support you first. And I say that to say a lot of the times we expect our family or our friends to be the ones to make your first purchase, right? And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's random people. My biggest supporters are random people that found me on social media. My friends love me, but the support is not always there. And so most of my support comes from random people that's on social media. They like what they see and they want to support me some way, somehow. The guy to make my sweatshirts for my nonprofit, I do not know that man at all. Only met him one time in my life. And he reached out to me and was like, I love what you want to do. I want to support you. So every purchase, every donation, every money that I receive for these shirts, you get all of it. I want nothing. And I was like, what? You not gonna take like half or 25 or 50%, something like that? And he was just like, I don't want the money. I just want to support you. So knowing that it happens, random people might support you before your friends and your loved ones. Um, don't expect everyone to jump on board and support. It might take a while for people to actually see you, and it might take a while for people to actually understand what you're doing. Sometimes it just takes a while for people to jump on board. Um, People might discourage you, but you have to want it for yourself. And I say that to say sometimes some people don't understand and don't see your vision, because it's not their vision. It's not meant for them to see. It's not meant for them to understand it. However, if it's for you and you know that's something that you want to do, you have to believe it for yourself. You have to want it for yourself. I always tell myself when I get discouraged, like, or when someone's not supporting me and I want them to, I always tell myself, they can't want it for you. You have to want it for yourself, right? And so that's what keeps me going and keeps me motivated, right? Understand that it takes time, it takes passion, it takes dedication, consistency, determination, resilience, and discipline to get a business started or to keep a business going. And I always tell people that I'm not rich, wasn't born rich, and I'm broker now than I was before I started my businesses. But if it's something that you want, you have to go and get it. People are always like, oh, you got like 3 businesses. You got money? No, that means I'm 3 businesses cheaper than what I was before. Like, you not understand that I have no money. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. And like, so you have to understand, like, when you start these businesses, you're gonna spend out more money than you gonna get in the beginning. But my mom always tell me it takes money to make money. And it's true. So you might find yourself spending out a lot of money before you start making money, but it's all a part of the plan. If you're not born rich, then it's all a part of the plan. Okay. Cool, cool. We kind of already talked about this a little bit, some steps that you can take now to start your businesses, but you all kind of already got them started and kind of already know where to start. So we're just gonna skip this little activity. Cool, cool.
I will say you didn't give me some ideas, and
Mm,
we've been moving on this nonprofit for about a year, so it's
mm,
helpful starting it. 'Cause I just feel like just listening to different business owners and like
mm-hmm,
bouncing different points of views off each other, it's always
mm-hmm,
something to learn. Like I've been chatting Jamie, like, you hear what she said about marketing? Cause she's over all our social media. I told you
mm-hmm,
the youngest. So
mm-hmm,
that's her field.
mm-hmm,
So it's been very helpful, even if you're not sure that you need the help. Like,
mm-hmm. Yeah, you hear something, you was like, oh, I needed to hear
right?
that.
Like I didn't even know I needed to know that, but that's a good idea.
Exactly. Yes. Like seriously. That is true. I tell people to research. Till this day, I still research everything. Research is everything. Seriously, y'all. It's the most important thing that you can do is to research what you want to do, right? I tell people all the time to attend YouTube University. Get your degree from YouTube University, okay? Everything that you want and everything that you need to know and everything that you need to know is on YouTube, okay? Um, I'm telling you, a lot of times we're not born um, with the financial knowledge, right? We go to school, we work hard in school. They never teach you financial literacy, right? Financial literacy is something that you either have to be born into or you have to learn on your own. And so I tell people as young Black women, it's hard for us to get started, right? We're not given that knowledge about being financial stable, right? And so I say this to say all the time, I always, when I think about YouTube, I think about, I seen this picture one time, and it's a picture of two people racing. It's a Black person and a white person. And they were starting off the race. The Black person had their shoes tied, and the white person didn't. And it's like in this world, they expect us to run this exact same race. However, we're already started off with our shoes tied, right? So even when we think that we're getting ahead, we're still really behind, right? And so I tell people all the time, attend YouTube University. There's so much you can find on YouTube that would just blow your mind, right? I didn't know nothing about businesses. I didn't know about how to get started. I didn't know what to look for. I didn't know nothing. But I was like, I need to be financially educated. I need to learn about business credit cards. I need to learn about how to get a car in my business name. That way I can have business credit. And with that business credit, I could open up a boutique. Like, oh, I'm like, how are the young girls pulling up in cars? How's the young girls pulling up in Mercedes and Bentleys and got pink Bentleys? And I sitting here with a 2015 Ford Fusion. Like, somebody doing something wrong. And when I had to figure out, I had to go to YouTube, okay, how to get a car and your business credit, how to build business credit. And when I found out, it's all free. And it blew my mind when I was like, oh my God, these young girls been finessing and hustling hard and I ain't even started. So like I was like, man, I'm slipping, right? And so it's amazing as to what you can find on YouTube. Um, I always use these two pictures are my favorite pictures. I have, and a long time ago, I had a picture of Julius from Everybody Hate Chris on my phone as my screensaver. And people will always say, why do you have Julius from Everybody Hate Chris on your phone? And I was like, because he's my motivation. If y'all don't know how he was like, I give you 27 cents. Like, he do not play. And I was like, man, that man is rich if you think about it. Like, I allow you to use my stove. I allow you to breathe my air. Like, what? Julius was hilarious. And so I always tell myself, like, no, when I want to spend money, when I want to go shopping, when I want to buy clothes, when I want to eat at restaurants, I look at that picture and I'm like, Julius would be so mad at you right now. You need to go home. Go, you got food in the freezer. Go fix you a hot little meal and go sit down somewhere. Like you have to tell yourself there's nothing wrong with spoiling yourself or taking yourself out on a treat, but it's you have to be mindful of how much you're taking, right? You have to monitor your outtake because you want to have more input, right? So you have to be mindful of that. I feel like if Mr. Krabs or Julius had like another kid, it would be me. I am a person that I love my money. And so when I make it, I hold on to it. Okay. I'm a person that I don't really like to give out, but I like to receive. Okay. And so when it comes to certain things, I was like, man, I can pay somebody to make my business cards. Nah, I'm good. And I went on YouTube and I learned how to make a credit card, business card myself. My vending machines broke down and they was like, oh yeah, you can pay me and I'll come fix it. Nah, I go to YouTube and I learn how to fix it myself. Like, seriously. I need you to make some t-shirts. I charge this and that for wholesale. Nah, I'll go to Michael's and get me a Cricut machine and make my t-shirts myself. Like, I'm telling you. And it's like, it's not you being cheap. It's you understanding that you need to make money. You have to hustle and do what you have to do. Why not educate yourself more instead of like, why would you want to pay somebody else to do something that you could have learned on your own? That don't make sense. Why not increase your knowledge by learning instead of paying and never knowing again how to do it? If you always ask, then you're gonna always spend money. You're always gonna have a handout. You're gonna always need somebody. But if you learn how to do it yourself, it's amazing. So watch everything on YouTube. Everything is on a. I'm on a. It's a lot of stuff on a. Ask questions. Always ask if you're not sure if you want to know how to do something. Ask. Um, look for a mentor that's doing what you want to do. That's very, very important. It's always important to have a mentor in your corner, someone in your corner that's doing exactly what you want to do. That way you have someone to ask questions, you have someone to talk to, and you have someone to build off of. There's this one young girl, she's like 22 and she's like rich and all she has is a wig bar. And I messaged her like 2 days ago, like, hey, can you be my mentor? I'm a little bit older than you, but sis, I need to make the money you making right now. So help me, give me some key tips, some guidance or something. Like there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Um, and then, like I said, network, slide into the DMs if you have to. If you got some questions, you need to know what's going on. Hey, I'm gonna slide in your DM and I'm gonna ask you because I want you to tell me what I need to know. Okay. So that's what I'll say for that. Let's see. And then if you all have any questions, need help, any guidance, any tips, or anything, that is my email where you can like message me, email me, whatever. I respond very quickly. I have my phone in my hand 24/7. So feel free to reach out to me if y'all have any questions or anything like that. Yeah. And that's all I got. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. I hope it was useful. I hope it was something that you could take away. Go ahead, Melody. Or was that the hand claps or was that a question? I think that was the hand claps.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
How did you start your vending machine business?
Yeah, so that's a good question. When my stimulus check came, I went to Facebook Market and I found some vending machines on Facebook Market. Honestly, people don't know this, but Sam's Club has vending machines. Costco has vending machines. And so what you do is you go online and you look up those vending machines and you buy them. You find a location. You figure out what type of place you want to have your vending machines in. You figure out what you want to have in your vending machines. And it don't always have to be snacks or drinks. It could be lashes, t-shirts, hair, whatever you want to put in your vending machine, you can put in there, right? And so it's a little bit pricey when you're buying brand new machines. But if you go to like a Chicago warehouse, there's a warehouse on 79th. If you just go to Google and type in vending machine warehouses in Chicago, it's a lot of warehouses in Chicago where you can go to and you can buy a machine that's refurbished. A lot of my machines are refurbished, which means they've been used before, but they've been worked on to make sure that they have good service. And those machines are no more than $1,400, so $1,400. And that's still, I haven't even brought one that costs that much either. But still, that's the most I can see for a vending machine. But if you want to buy like a just snacks where it's just like no drinks, the most I ever seen was $500 for a used snack vending machine, right? So if you want to just save, or if you do some sort of like after school program, like After School Matters or anything where you're getting paid, you could always take those paychecks and save them and get a vending machine. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, they did. Thank you.
No problem. So yes, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here.
Thank
We
you
appreciate
so
you for
much.
coming.
Yes, thank you. You taught me a lot, and I was just more